Hello and welcome to All Talk No Dice, the worst excuse for a D&D show you can find online. Now, before everything gets started, as we have reached episode 30, and I feel that that is a fairly good milestone for the show, I want to treat everyone to a little surprise. So we are going to get the percentile dice out, and we are going to roll for some treats. So, whoever's ready first, if they just want to call out and tell me what you roll, and any copies will re-roll.
Yeah, is it D100s?
Yes, yeah, percentile D100.
67.
67.
Ooh,
2 off the best number.
Okay.
Which was obviously
65.
65. Yeah, 65 is the best number.
So, Gerald, you get, and I'll put make a note of this, but of your number, but I'll put this in the item section of the server when I can. You get the resin of Stronmouse. It's a sweet, viscous tree sap collected from an unknown tree. Smells like pine, perhaps with the sweetness of mead, and tastes like mead. While it is chewed like gum, this resin imbues the chewer with a vicious mockery cantrip and grants +1 to charisma.
Hey.
Which, weirdly enough, just does oddly fitting.
I rolled 73.
73. You get the Ring of Naming, a simple iron ring with 3 charges. Once a day, the wearer can use it to change one letter in an enemy's name to change their form and function. It can only be recharged by the wearer changing one letter in their own race or class.
Needs achievement or not?
I'm going to say no for all of these. Raelof or Terra?
I'll go next. I got 98.
98, okay. Also, if any of these sound familiar and we've already had these before, just let me know and re-roll. 98, you get the Wizard's Dreidel, a wooden top that will keep spinning as long as someone is looking at it. Made to teach concentration to a young boy who had problems focusing on one thing at a time. Once a day, it grants a +2 to the user's spellcasting ability for 1d4 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. Give it me.
And Raelof?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get cursed.
You get Daryl's Vest of Haste, a black leather vest with wings painted on the back. This vest gives the wearer advantage on initiative rolls and +2 to intimidation rolls, plus proficiency with crossbows.
Alright.
And if you're a fan of Walking Dead, you'll love that item.
That sounds like way too much.
Well,
It
see.
would be if I didn't already have advantage on initiative.
Okay.
And the benefit, proficiency with crossbows, but yeah.
So except for like 2 out of 3 of them, it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
so I get +2 on intimidation. It's not bad.
All right, so mark down your numbers, make sure you remember what you rolled, and I'll add those later on in the break or at the end of the episode. All right, so from last we left off, the Companions of Fate finally set up plans for a business venture, grabbed a few new items to try out from Sierra's stock, and finally put in a kind word to Zerg to possibly set up a trade route, or even for even more products for your new store, led by Sierra, Companions Essentials. Theron took a trip over to Lawkeeper Bolin to offer a hand in peace, while also asking about any rumours of a mysterious town across Valdur. Bolin shared with you that an ancient clan of creatures had begun to reside within the confines of what remains. All the while, Terra and Raelof spoke with Zerg and discussed prices to rent out or even permanently hire for your new business, an Arcanist. And Gerald found his way to the tavern to tend to some matters of his own. Later on, you all met up with Erig within his bunker and successfully not getting your heads caved in by a basic boulder trap. Regardless, you all spoke of plans ahead for Companions Essentials as well as your own adventure. Erig warned you of what lurked along the southern road that heads down to the port, then gave you a fair warning for the interesting conversations you may or may not have with Captain Meadow. Now, Terra, Theron and Raelof all leave Eric's home and stand atop the hillside, looking over all of Brenton as the sun continues to rise in the sky and the citizens of Brenton begin to peek out of their homes for the busy day ahead. This is where we pick it up. So, all three of you stand there, the golden sun just shimmering shafts of light just beaming down across the whole townscape. And all of you in this moment, you get a small sense of just how vast the town is, but also just how small and out of the way and even to a degree insignificant it is when you think of the entire world ahead of you. But you have all left Eric's, and with Gerald currently in the tavern, what would all of you like to do?
I'd like to. Does anybody have identify?
We can, but I thought we would do that on the journey, with us being so far.
Okay.
So is
Yeah,
there...
I'm gonna nip back to Sierra's, if that's okay with you guys. I need to just drop something off that I'll probably won't need anymore to replace one of these.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll come with you if that's okay.
Yeah, like, you can meet me there.
Someone's got to keep an eye on you.
Sure. Let's. Do you want to meet at the stables where we'll meet Gerald?
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds. I will set off then.
Okay.
I want to make it nice and quick. So
Okay, well, both of you make your way to Sierra's. Rayloff and Gerald, is there anything either of you want to do?
No, once I've sent off the letter, I suppose Joe's just going to, of course, write his letter out. He's then going to title it and be like, right, you're going to go find Amos in Spinetown Ridge. You know where that is, right? I'm sure you do. You'll be great. And then, now, safe flights. Don't bang too many birds on the way over there, and we'll be all good. And I'm just gonna let him off and.
And as you let it off, you see little G kind of look to you, once again tilting his head a little bit questioningly before you kind of launch him off your hand, and he just and begins to fly off in the distance.
And then, yeah, I think we'll go and wait around the stables, actually.
Okay.
And sort out my cloaks as well whilst we're at
Yes,
it. I'll
okay.
keep the... I'll try on the new black one that I've got. What's that made out of, actually?
Satin.
Satin, ooh.
Or like a satiny cloth hybrid kind of material.
Yes.
It's very warm, but it is stylish and comfortable.
Yeah. We're going with style.
Speaking of materials, that vest, does that give any AC?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, if it does, then it's completely useless too.
Oh, yeah.
You should have made it AC.
I just took it off the list.
Anyway, I'll probably just head to the stable then. And
Okay,
then I
alright.
imagine I'm guessing Gerald will probably already be there by the time.
Alright, so as both of you head towards the stables, Tara and Theron, both of you head to Sierra's. And you get up to the business. The door is slightly ajar again, but as closed as it can be. It's more or less straight, but you can just tell by the orientation of it. It's still just a little bit, you need to work it gently.
yeah. Theron, what?
Yeah?
Before we go in, what are you wanting? What are you
Nothing.
wanting to? Nothing. Oh, okay. That's fine. It should be nice and quick. Do you have any
Money?
ways to move quickly?
Not without destroying stuff in my path. I've got a spell called Thunderclap, but that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know how to ask this in a non-meta wise.
Well, how about you try?
Okay.
I'll wait. I'll enjoy this.
I'll have a drink while you're trying.
Do you? This is obviously going to come out of Tara smoothly.
Yeah.
Do you have a
Words?
enough? Enough non.
You're sounding like William Shatner over there.
What? Do you not have 3 items? I can't.
That's close enough.
Achievements. Do you have 3, or do you have space for achievement items?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm not actually attuned to anything at the moment.
Fantastic. Do you want to try this? Showing him Sierra's jumping necklace, and I'll take it off my neck.
What is it?
Sierra's jumping necklace.
Does it make me jump?
It actually does. It uses the knowledge that I've possessed from it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, take it off me. It saved me a trip. I know we're here, but we can always go back into Sierra's. I just want to tell him that everything's okay and plans are going ahead, and then we can go. But I was gonna give him that. But if you have the room, let's go.
Yeah, I'll have the ring.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you on the way back more. But
I have sketched a few little drawings.
Oh, fantastic!
Of maybe of a badge.
Okay. Could I see it before we go in?
Then let me draw it then.
It's a stick, man.
Yeah, of course you can.
Awesome. Harrison looking like I'm expecting it to be proper fucking shit. You know what I mean? Okay.
Don't worry, I coloured it.
Okay.
And just because I don't have it ready to go on screen,
No, that's cool.
you see a small, soft, like blood orange badge with the almost, at least stylized, Companion's Essentials, and across the top, overarching, Make Fate Your Own, and even the estimated year of established. Thank you. The year that it was established of the current year of 639 PD. And it's a very elegant and attractive design.
I'll look towards Zero from looking up. You should have done this for a living.
Who says I haven't?
That is true. Let's go in.
I've done many things. Let's go.
I won't go into the Sierras.
Okay.
Some things I'm not proud of.
You do you knock, or do you just open the door?
We'll knock. I was going to say we'll knock first, probably.
It just goes past.
All right.
Okay.
As you go to
I'll
knock,
knock and he'll toss.
you get as the door, and Theron just walks straight past you, bumping your shoulder as he goes in, and you catch Sierra just looking under the desk before his head just pops up over. Oh, welcome to Companion's Essentials. How did I do?
That was fantastic.
Good.
Hey.
That was really good.
Good.
Yeah, quite good.
I've been working on that like all night, so
I know. I could tell. It was very good.
good.
Amazing.
So why are you here again? I thought we all said goodbye and all that.
We just wanted to make sure
Aye.
to let you know that everything's sorted. Everything's going to get worked. And
Great.
everything
Okay.
else. And hopefully soon you'll be getting some more information and about this whole place. I think it's going to be really good.
Aye. Well, that's really
I just
good
wanted to
news.
give you the heads up before we left.
Just
That's
a quick
great.
one. Let me show you this design. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll rip it out. I'll rip it out of the book for you.
Well, I mean, it's not like, as good as my design, but you know we can say it's a good number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I was just wondering if you could make 4 badges, 5 badges, and a big sign
Well,
goes outside.
it'll take me a little bit of time to actually get, you know, like the badges made, and like I take it you just want them fabric so you can just stick them onto your clothes.
Yeah, sew 'em on. Yeah.
Okay, I can do that, but it's gonna take a little bit.
Well, we're going to be away for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna be away for a little bit. So.
Well, what's a while or a little bit? Just because I want to know when my bosses are coming back.
South of Brenton is we've been told, is about 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
So 2 to 3 days there, 2 to 3 days back at minimum. It's going to be 4 days, and that's only if we get there. We find out that we can't go there, and we come back.
Well, that's good and all, but like, I'm just talking about like when you're actually going to return, not just, well, we'll definitely only be back after a certain amount of days.
Well, we'll try to let you know, and if not, I'm sure Theron can let you know by the sky.
Okay, but if I'm inside, the sky isn't really going to help me that much.
No, but if you look
Yeah,
up
that's true.
to the sky, you might
Fine,
get some
every day
information.
I'll go outside and I'll look up at the sky, and if I don't see any writing, I go back in.
Perfect.
Okay.
And we'll make sure we do it at. We're 12 o'clock, still be 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
When the sun is at its highest,
Aye.
look then.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good plan. So when
Fantastic.
the sun is highest in the sky, I go out.
Look.
I have a little bit of a look. If there's nothing, back to business.
Back in.
The only problem I've got with that is he's going to look towards the sky and then get blinded by the sun.
That's okay. My eyes are completely fine. I'm used to it.
Or maybe just put your hand over the sun.
I'll figure it
and
out.
look up. Okay. But I wouldn't bother looking for at least 4 days.
Okay, I'll give you a 4-day grace period then.
Fantastic. So you can just focus on work, work, work.
Work. Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you, boss.
Brilliant.
See you later.
Goodbye, bosses.
Yes. Goodbye. See you later.
We'll see you again at Companions Essentials.
That's the one. That was fantastic.
It was worth a night.
Have you practiced your us leaving, the customers leaving?
Don't forget the tagline: "Make fate your own."
Oh, that's a good one. Customers, I'm glad you got your shit and you're getting out, but don't forget, make fate your own.
Hey, he needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, I was going to say, could do with some practice.
Well, I mean, that was just off the cuff, so, you know, you have to give me a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, well, the leeway is perfect.
Okay.
Fantastic. You can just keep up with it, and next time, we want absolute perfection.
Yes, bosses.
Fantastic.
Well, not after perfection. I mean,
Okay, but as close as you can.
I'll do my best to get to perfection, bosses.
Fantastic. Oh, question.
Yes, boss.
Do you want a little bit of your money back so you can spend it on little things?
It isn't my money, it's the business's money.
It's true, but you wanted us to hold on to the business's money while the pirates may or may not come through.
But while you're away, will the pirates still have a chance to come over and maybe take what I have?
That is true.
Just keep a hold of it for now.
We will.
And then
okay.
later on, I'll grab it back.
We'll sort it.
And then we can go on a big spending spree. We can go down to one of the whorehouses that we have in Brenton, and then we can just have a nice night. We'll call it a function of work.
Yeah, team building.
I know Gerald will like that.
Exactly. So there's already two of us.
Fantastic. But anyways, we will see you some other time.
I hope so. Please come back and do not die.
Keep business booming.
I'll try my best.
And don't forget, make fate your own.
My own. I got it. Yeah, we're getting the shite and we're getting out.
That's the one.
Before you go, can I just ask if I make any profits or any proceeds that I get that just exceed what we spent on the items, am I sending that out to all of yous?
No, keep,
I would keep that.
yeah, keep it in a lockbox somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
under your bed, everything
It's definitely
else.
going under my bed. That's where all the important shite is.
Fantastic.
Okay, I will remember that.
Please don't.
Well, you've got a choice to make. Fate your own and move it.
Aye. And you just see him like almost stuck in that moment of like perplexment as he's just staring up. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll see you in just I'll hopefully a short while. Be safe.
Okay.
So, thank you.
See you later.
You too.
See you, bosses.
Goodbye. And I'll shut the door nicely.
And I'll reopen the door because I haven't even gone out yet. Sorry.
Awesome. Okay, so you both begin to make your way to the stables.
Yeah. I'll explain to Theron what it entails and blah 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 about the Sierra student.
Okay. For Gerald and Rayloff, both of you find yourself. Rayloff, you make your way from the hillside, and you quickly find Gerald as just standing, leaning on one of the sort of like just outside fences of the stables. As small as he is, he's weirdly easy to pick out of a crowd. Whether that's the orange beak or...
Especially when he's flopping his cloak about.
Oh, sorry, black beak, I
I
think.
beg your
It's
pardon.
Blackbeak,
Yeah.
but
But you catch him standing there. Gerald, are you doing anything when he catches you, or...?
He'll just sort of be looking around, maybe just sort of clawing a little bit on the ground, waiting. Yeah, just sort of looking, waiting, not really. Maybe looking a bit more like, come on, I want to be moving. This is boring enough.
Yeah.
Getting impatient.
So you see the impatience as his foot is like just tapping over and over and over, just waiting.
I'll just head over to him then. So, I think we might be still waiting for Tara and Theron. Gerald.
I've been waiting here already. 10 minutes. I thought you were all coming.
Yeah. They apparently went back to Sierra's for something.
Did they go to sneak more magic items out?
Probably.
Greedy.
Those... Yes, I'm sure the pot was very happy to be called out by the kettle.
I have no idea what you mean.
Before long, both Tara and Theron do saddle up by both of you, and you notice that Theron is wearing the necklace that Tara had previously worn, but they both seem to be in high spirits.
I will say to him before we get there, you will need to attune it for it to work.
I need to what? Sorry.
Attune to it for it to work.
Yeah.
Or it won't work.
Yeah. I know how magical items work. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not a wizard after all.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But thank you. Thank you. I know you're trying really hard to be nice to me, so thank you. I appreciate it.
It's okay. I legally have a gun now.
Pardon?
I legally have a gun now.
Oh, is that why you give me the item? Because you know you're
No.
going to need me to fix it up?
Yes, no. Maybe.
I'm just gonna lean to Gerald as I'm assuming we see him approaching.
Yeah, you see them just 20, 30 feet away.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna lean over to him and just sort of whisper to him. They get looking more and more like a married couple every day.
Oh no!
And isn't that her necklace that she was wearing before? We don't get gifts like this. She's known us longer. By the way, have we picked out like the top horses with like full sprint speed, massive stallions, or are we just gonna get like the run-of-the-mill horses that are
Do you
just
remember
gonna
the last time
collapse?
we came here? I think that'll
You're
answer
right.
your question.
We'll be lucky if we get a horse that walks more than 5 miles.
Yes. You can do the talking. Give him a heavy pat on the shoulder.
Thanks.
Gerald, just as the other two of Theron and Tara catch up to both of you, you are looking throughout the stable and you do catch one younger farmhand. He's he's like teens, like mid-teens, a little bit portly human, with like pretty much friar tuck bowl cut, wearing fairly peasant garbs and just very basic material. You can tell that because of all the shit that needs shoveling, you're not gonna get dressed up for it. But you see him like idling by and just like feeding some hay to some of the horses and the ponies that they have inside the stable.
Just quick questions of that resin you said. How long did you say that lasted?
We think it was. What number did you get?
67.
It doesn't say, so I'm going to say for. Well, it gives you a cantrip and +1 to charisma. I'll say it lasts until the next dawn.
Okay.
Because I think that's a decent time.
I'm assuming that's then the one use. So we'll go with. We shall chew on the resin actually. We'll use it straight away. So I can go for it.
Rayloff, as you and Tara and Theon, you kind of like look over to Gerald just as both of you come up to Rayloff, and you see him scoop his hand in his bag, and as he pulls it out, you just see this viscous tree sap, just like almost like thick maple syrup, but hardly dripping. It leaks through the gaps in his fingers, but then stays there, like a weird putty.
I'm just like, hey, we're not in a whorehouse now. Don't get that kind of kinky stuff out.
And then you just begin to chew on
Smells
it.
much better than the whorehouse, Raylo.
You get the innate sweet sensation of a really nice crisp mead, and just very delicate notes of honey. And you just feel in your body, a little bit more confident, but a little bit more mischievous at the same time.
You know what? You've kind of inspired me. You know what? I'm going to eat some chili out of that jar.
You have special chili?
Yeah, some glowing jar with chilies in. Or chili, I don't know. So I'm going to ingest one of the chilies. Why not? While we're on it.
Okay.
While we're on it.
All right. So I'll say it takes you like 15 seconds to get the jar out and get one out. So in that quick meantime, Gerald, what are you doing?
He's just going to walk over to the stable hands and be like, so, the companions of fate are here to collect their horse and cart. I'm assuming you've been looking after these lovely mares and stallions.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like why I'm here.
Excellent. You seem to be doing a great job. Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks. I really do try my best. I mean, really, it's not something I want to do. What I really want to do, I mean, my dad makes me come and do this, but what I really want to do, I want to go to the theatre. I want to be just a big name on the stage. I want my name in lights. But for now, I'm just going to have to look after some ponies and horses and just, make my way in this world.
So, tell me about your dreams.
Why not? Do you have any skills for it?
Well, yeah.
Are you like a singing sort of actor? Or are you a musician?
Well,
Jokes?
I'm pretty much like, you know, a jack of all trades kind of guy. So, you know, I can do everything. But what I've been really enjoying. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm so ready. Oh my god.
Guys, he needs help. He's trapped.
Oh, shudder. Oh my god, I want to waste a chronal shift on him and actually hold him in place.
You begin to see this young farmhand begin to do a very unimpressive mime performance for all of you.
Okay, I'm not going to hold him in place, however tempting it is.
And just as he reaches the plateau of his rope climb,
Yeah.
Theron, you ingest one
Oh,
of the
I did, yeah.
chilies. Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. It's alright, just make it up.
No, it's okay.
I'm down. Theron dies instantaneously.
No, I wouldn't be that harsh.
He shits fire.
Fire farts! The new magic coming from Companions Essentials. Make fate your own.
Okay. All right.
And I felt like he wanted to shipwrecks.
You-
Now you can. Eat
You
the job.
you
melt
you
them.
you grab this pepper by the stem, and
Yeah, I did.
and as soon as you bite into it, you get this really hot taste all the way through your mouth, over your tongue, and down your throat, almost like you've just had a full, almost pint of rare Zolunian whiskey, and you've just necked it, and it's just burning inside, and almost that weird, like, that sensation where it's just like swelling for a second before you just, and you just feel your guts begin to come up. And as you do, roll a d6 for me.
Ooh. 2?
2. You, and as you begin to throw up, both Rayloff and Terra, who you're right next to Theron, you see just as a little bit of puke, just a little bit of spittle just comes out between his lips. He opens wide, and you just see this chasm of fire out of his mouth, and just in front of him, all behind, all throughout the entire thing behind it. You can just hear him as he's puking up this fire. Both of you take 2 points of fire damage as parts of your cloak just get lit, or your eyebrows get singed, and you pull away, and you just
Guys,
Stop patting myself down.
guys, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
really
say.
jumped off.
what was that?
Your thing was amazing, but did I feel warmth?
Don't worry, I'll get the hose. And he just stands in place, does this.
It's
To-
alright. I prefer you miming.
This whole thing where you don't talk, it's absolutely amazing. It's
Thanks.
great.
I've been trying it. I've been working on it like at least like the past 3 nights. I think I've got something.
It's much better than his. And the rest of the shit down.
Well, you know what might help you just a little bit?
Yeah.
It might just be. He's going to get like his claws and just sort of get onto his bowl cut. And he's just going to sort of cut off bits with the sharpness of the claws, and it's just going to sort of mess him up, give him a bit more of a scruffier hairstyle. It's going to be a bit patchy, of course, from this.
Yeah.
You're like, your look is everything. You need to think about how you present yourself. The bowl cut doesn't do it for you.
But my mother cut it like that.
And now she's going to have to cut it again if she wants to fix it. What?
You know
I
what?
bet that you can do it again.
You know what? Here's a gold. Go get it cut properly.
What? Why are you giving me that? Wow.
That's also because you need to hurry up and get our horses sorted.
Yeah, that's also true.
Horses. I mean, my dad didn't really tell me anything. I mean, I just clean the stables and the horses, really, and some of the ponies, and feed them every now and then while I practice to get on the stage in my big dream theatre.
Yeah, we still want those horses now. Thank you.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to talk to... And just as he's speaking, you just hear a voice from inside. Humphrey! Stop talking to strangers. Go clean the stable out. And you see this average height, just really wide, just huge pot belly of a human just comes stumbling out of the small building within the stables. And you see him pass the kid, and just as he does, you see the kid is like this, just staring at it. That's the investment. And he just takes the gold coin from him and puts it in his pocket, and then takes a second glance. You look like a girl. And just kind of just shoves him.
Hey,
You're a pretty girl. No.
That gold coin was for him.
Well, now it's for the family. So, tell me who you are and tell me what you want.
Companions of Fate. We are here to collect our horse and cart.
Oh, yeah. The poncy little group that Bolin told us about. Right. And Braun Stout has already paid us off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
The poxy little group. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Poxy, I said Poncy, but Poxy will work too. So,
Yeah.
we haven't got many horses left. We've got 2 horses left and 2 ponies. The reason that we could have had more horses is kind of null and void now, because I remember this Poncy little group took the other horses out and left them in the desert to die.
We didn't do that. Also, we purchased them.
You rented
so
them.
They were technically out. Then we purchased them. So they were technically ours.
You didn't give me no money.
Well, I think you need to talk to your staff because we've given them money.
So what you're going to get today, you want a carriage?
Yes.
We got a rickety old fucking thing round the back. You can have that. You can have 2 horses and you can have 2 ponies.
We'll just take the 2 horses. We'll leave you the ponies.
Well, I mean, I'd advise you have the ponies as well. The horses aren't looking too great at the moment.
Why? What have you done to them?
I haven't done anything. They're just a little bit old.
God.
Well, they'll get us to the docks, right?
With some luck.
Fantastic.
We'll take the ponies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Right.
we can take the ponies.
That's
I'm sure Lord Keeper Bolin will be happy with us taking those.
Could I ask how much Bolin paid?
Bowley didn't pay anything.
Well, someone had to pay.
Your dwarf friend, Eric. The sly, mischievous little recluse.
That's the
Oh
one?
yeah. I like him.
I don't.
Yeah, I could tell.
Okay.
You don't look like you like anybody. Not even your own
I
son.
know.
Burn.
My family's my business. Right? So, I'll get you your horses and get you your ponies. Hopefully they don't die on the way, and you can have whatever cart I can find you. Right?
Fantastic. That's perfectly fine with us. Thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah, shut up.
No
And he
problem.
just
During
just
the
goes straight
conversation,
through.
could I have seen where this kid went?
Sir,
yeah, very
by
easy.
the way,
What?
if you do need any essential equipment,
I
try
don't.
your companion.
And he goes back into the building. You do see the kid does go into the building itself. Okay, it's not.
Okay.
It's I wouldn't. It's not really a barn area. It's kind of like you can see through the windows. It's like a little bit of a living area, but more of like an office setting. I'd say the best way I can describe it is kind of like a really really old train station. It was just like one solid like wooden building. You got a desk somewhere, and then you've got some seats. Like,
Yeah,
it's nothing crazy.
Cool.
Um,
I want to know if the kid comes out soon.
okay. After a few moments and a few slight murmurs from inside, Humphrey, the young boy, does come out, and you see him go back behind the stables.
Okay,
as he comes out, I'm just like, Psst,
Yeah,
Humphrey, come here, sir.
I can't. I have to go get your stuff.
All right, I'll come to you then.
No, Dad's not going to like that. Just stay there.
Okay. Like, okay, I'll use telepathy. Is he within 30 feet of me at least? Okay, I'll use telepathy to go into his head, and I'll just be like, "Don't get alarmed. I'm a wizard. I can speak into your head. It's all right. You can't speak back to me through this manner, so don't try. Well, you can try, but I won't respond because I won't know. No, you're stressing yourself out there, bud.
And you kind of see him sweep the bowl cut to like a fringe.
Right. Is there anywhere that I can leave you a few gold pieces that I could leave there, and you can pick them up, and you don't tell your fucking dad about it? Yeah? Okay. Point. Where? Or just tell me if he's not
And
listening.
he just like holds his like shirt pocket.
Oh, okay. No worries. And then I'll just like chuck him a few gold pieces.
Oh, here we go.
You just wing over. So, how many gold coins are you throwing over?
Coins.
Two.
Two.
So that's 3 in total. Fucking hell.
You underhand just kind of like disc like launch a couple over, and they just in front of his feet. Thank you.
And in his head, I'm like, keep it a secret this time, mate.
Yes, I will go get your horses and ponies and anything you ask for, as you are a very valuable customer.
In
That's
his
a
head,
good
I'm like,
lad.
in his head, I'm like, you'll need to work a bit harder than that. That was totally unbelievable. However, you did show promise.
And as you're saying that in his head, he just turns his back to you and just dejectedly just starts plodding to the back of the stables, and you begin to hear a few hooves begin to behind the
You
stables.
certainly have a way with kids, Theron.
You didn't know it
That
said
boy's
that?
an emotional roller coaster.
You didn't
He'll be
know
fine.
it. You didn't know it said anything because it was all in his head.
So all everyone else saw was Theron staring at this kid
Like this.
mouthing things,
Guy.
and then
Skip.
he threw him a couple gold, and then he smiled, then began to cry and walk away.
Typical Theron.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So basically, you gave him the stink eye all that time, threw gold at him. He picked it up, was happy, looked back to you, and then he started crying.
Yeah.
That's what we saw. Just to clarify.
Every single time.
This is why they love me.
So, like I said, you certainly have a way with kids, Theron.
Don't say that. That sounds so bad.
Well, I mean, the last one you saw, you killed him, so you know.
So at this point, everyone's looking at me like I'm a piece of shit, basically.
Yeah, it's because you are a piece of shit. That's the reason.
Sort of.
Harold's
And
not that judgmental. Let's
and
be
then
honest.
I'll
Throwing
just-
golden
then I'll just
coins at children.
Then
You
I'll,
are a horrible person.
oh God's sake. Then I'll just be like, listen, I gave him a few gold coins. I said in his head, like, listen, that acting was a bit terrible, and then he started crying. Criticism.
Streams while you're there.
No, I said he had promise, and then he walked off.
Yeah, okay. Try to back yourself up, but it's not gonna work.
I'm not backing up into anything.
A few moments go by before you hear a small group of 4 different beasts begin to clop around the corner, and all you hear behind that, you hear a very distinct as you see this old rickety
I'm crying.
carriage.
No.
This old
it's the
rickety
carrying
carriage,
shit.
and you hear all the wheels squeaking and churning and just barely moving, and just a few of the wooden boards on the bottom of it is just gone. You see the wood is pretty much disused and almost like scrap wood.
I'm looking at. I'm like, I'm working.
It's cool. It's cool. I've got ideas. I'm imagining things.
Has anyone got mending as a spell?
And you see as Humphrey kind of comes around the
That's
corner
my idea.
with the 2 ponies in front and the 2 horses behind that, and then the carriage behind all of them,
Cool.
all attached to like multiple locked reins, so they stay in 2 groups in line.
Well, you say stay, but looking at the state of everything.
Yeah, they might stay.
Hopefully.
You see him come around the corner, and just as he
Which one?
Humphrey, the kid, just as
Humphrey,
you see,
don't go.
just as he comes around the corner with all the ponies and horses, you see the small door open, and you see that big pot belly just walk up to him again, and kind of like as he's about, you can just catch him just from around the corner, and you kind of see his shirt get like pulled slightly. As you just see his eyes begin to get wide and just almost begin to like get filled with tears, unlike the previous tears that he just cried over Theon's comment. And you just hear a couple muffles, just almost discernible, before you see his shirt just he's just kind of like nudged back a little bit. And he just comes around the corner. And just looking defeated.
Okay. In
As
that
the
case,
ponies and the horses behind him just...
Right, I'm going back in, guys.
Okay.
And then I'm just like,
Not a good choice of words.
it's me again. Don't worry. Kid.
Roll.
Listen, people are going to knock you down in life. People are going to try and destroy you over and over. Trust me, it's happened to me loads of times. What you have to do is pick yourself up and prove everybody wrong. If you have a dream, you go for it. It doesn't mean they're going to like it. It doesn't mean they're going to want you to succeed. But you're the one who decides that, not anybody else. Just remember that, kid. And use that 2 gold wisely. Signing out.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna make fate your own.
one of the ones that I don't even use.
Branding.
However, that is 19. Probably
Nice.
+1, maybe +1. I don't know where it is in the.
Just off a general awareness, how old is this kid?
10.
Okay, cool. No worries. I was just going to suggest something, but I didn't realise he was that young.
Oh, I thought he was a little bit older, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah, I thought that.
At initial glance, he's a big kid. Like he's a little bit chubby.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of acne.
Yeah.
You'd imagine
kid
like
with genuine
mid-teens. But now that you spoke to him and the way he acts, I'd say oldest you'd probably guess is 12, maybe 13 at a push.
Okay.
Yeah, +1, so 20.
Okay, awesome. You kind of see his like eyes, like his brow furrows a little bit before he takes a few more steps and gets towards all of you. Your ponies and horses and carriage.
If that's what you think they are, they don't look like that. But thank you.
And he just like hands the reins off, and he kind of looks back at the building. Mister, as he looks to Theron, I lost the 2 gold. I'm sorry.
I'm not giving you any more. You
Okay.
have to learn. Wait. This is another lesson. It's another lesson.
I don't like this.
Well, unfortunately, if you don't learn them, you'll never. Oh my god. Stop crying.
Walk away from Theron. Know what's gonna come.
Breathe. 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 Oh, okay. Okay, breathe.
I'm going to look towards the floor where he was, where he got thrown the gold.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a look on the floor to see if I can spot it.
You don't
Spot the 2 gold.
easily.
No,
You don't see
that's all.
anything.
That's all.
I reckon his dad pickpocketed him again like when he grabbed him. What bastard.
Hmm.
By the way, kid, is your dad always a dick?
Don't let him hear you say that.
Why is he
Yes.
going to give us better horses?
No.
Well then, he doesn't care. He doesn't look like he cares about anyone.
No.
This is what I mean.
Can I come
Forge.
with you?
No. Can you fuck?
What are you good at?
But
Listen, kid.
please listen.
Oh.
No, listen.
Kid,
Uh,
listen. You have to forge your own destiny. There's things I could tell you which I'm not going to tell you because it's that awful. But my past is a checkered history, as you can tell. I'm a prick. Just like your dad. But I had to learn. You have to forge your own destiny, kid.
You look
And you
pretty
can't
to
go
me.
relying on anybody. Well, thank you. And that's also quite wrong.
Oh. Sorry.
No worries. Just make sure you forge your own path, kid.
Forge my own path. Okay. I'll do that.
Okay, in a minute. Okay then. You know what? I'm going to give him that ring that I only just got, that free ring. Fuck it. I don't care.
What ring is that?
Okay.
The ring of naming.
The ring of naming. Okay. What's that?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a ring of naming, but I'm not sure kind of what it does.
Neither do I.
But
I'll learn it.
I think it's got like 3 charges or something.
Okay. When I see you next, I'll know what it does.
Okay, that's your goal.
I'm
But
gonna.
don't try use it willy-nilly, because using magic willy-nilly can sometimes lead to catastrophic events. Trust me.
Okay.
Find out the information first.
I'm gonna forge my own path.
Yes. Try not be a dick like your dad, and try not be a dick like me. Follow your
Okay.
dream.
Yeah.
Forge your own path.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Now scram.
Okay. And he just begins to look at this ring that he put on his finger, and it's way too oversized for him. But he just begins looking as he starts wandering back off.
I'm going to do a spot check of the carriage.
I mean, let's be honest, his dad's probably going to nick it off him. But...
Yeah, once he gets about slightly out of earshot, I go, I give that less than an hour, and it's gone.
Yeah, I know, but...
You instantly see, just as he walks back to the small building, you see at the small window, you see the disgruntled, wrinkled face of the father just sat there.
And you just see me go like that.
You just see a mouth. But you want to do a spot check on the...
Spot check of the carriage to see if
Yeah,
it went to a certain...
holes, they're called.
Yeah, if it went to a high enough speed, would it just destroyed? And if so, I'm going to use mending on the bits that will need more time to... Near the wheels and...
I was going to say the one thing...
Basically, the undercarriage and the wheels.
I was going to say the one thing that is ear-piercingly deafening is the constant...
Yeah. That's where I
With
was.
Yeah,
squeaky wheels.
Yeah, we definitely won't be ambushed with that noise.
Long story short, I'm going to do a bit of a quick MOT on the
Okay.
carriage, and mend
Oh,
what
is
I
that what
can.
mending's called now?
Yeah,
MOT.
I cast MOT.
Yeah. Plus 20.
Failed.
High five!
Okay, so I'd say it's going to take you the next 20-30 minutes to begin to do your little spot welds of mending.
Yeah. I'll be done with that. I know everyone else is probably going to understand this after seeing how shit and quality it is.
Partway through as soon as you don't just grab the reins and all get on and go, I'd say about after 5 minutes or so, the door opens and you see the father walk out, almost like as intimidating as it can be, with the huge pot belly with like his shirt barely covering it. What's wrong now?
We're just trying to mend it a bit, Tubbs.
I'm
What,
going to
is
do
it-
the slide from underneath the carriage.
What
You
is it?
say
Is it
that
not?
there's 2 horses and just 2 ponies, but it looks like you just have 1 big ass as well. And I'm gonna cast vicious mockery with that.
Why?
Yes,
Why?
Gerald! Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, what save is that? Or is it an attack roll?
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh,
DC 15.
19. Flat roll.
He saves. So he just gets insulted.
And he does notice as you cast it. Because you have a somatic component.
It's just
to it.
verbal.
Is it just verbal? Okay, well, fuck
Just
me.
verbal.
Ignore me then.
It's-
You just see him. Listen, I was told to give you this, right? I was told to give you a carriage and horses. I've given you that.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
not
no, you've
insult
done it.
me
Well-
by fixing it and doing stuff to it while I'm here.
We've insulted you by fixing it?
Move on.
We've done you a favour by fixing it.
Move on.
Whoa,
or
whoa,
you're not
whoa,
getting
whoa,
it.
You've
whoa,
seen
whoa,
on
whoa.
how long...
We're
Yeah,
not
we
getting
plan
into
to
it. We've
move-
already got it.
We plan to move on,
Move.
but we needed to actually.
It
You
works.
threatening
It rolls. You see the wheels. They go round and round. Move.
Are you threatening us?
Theron, it's fine.
And you
Theron,
just see
it's
his
fine.
you just see his head cock, and he just pushes his chest out slightly.
Yeah, you're also pushing your belly out at the same time. Now, fuck off.
Roll an intimidation check.
You know this isn't going weird this time because I got 19 last time.
Yeah.
Okay, 14 plus 1, 15.
Oh, it's about that.
You see him like instantly, and you see just off the corner, you see like just behind a couple bales of hay, you see Humphrey looking over and just watching. And the the portly human guy just looks at you. You got 10 minutes, and then you're gone.
Fine,
Do you understand?
fine. Yes, I'm trying to be amenable here.
Fucking
Yes,
waste
I
of
get it.
space. All
Yeah,
of you.
yeah.
Punchy
yeah,
little
yeah.
crew.
Oh yeah, punchy little crew.
And as he turns around, he just turns around, and and almost like in a weird, like angry but confused haze at the same time in his eyes. All you hear is, "Why don't you go fuck off and save some damsels while you're at it?"
As he turns round, I'm gonna be on the other side of the court, pretty close to him.
He still says it,
I'll
and
give him the stare down.
he just looks at you, Rayloff. You don't fucking scare me. I chew
Yeah,
bitches like you up. 10 minutes, and then you move
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, we can kind of tell because your belly, but you know.
He just turns in a huff. And he goes back on into the building, and the door slams shut.
Great. His wife's getting beat up tonight. His son's no more. Great. Well done, Theron. You strike again.
Yeah. Good shit, Theron. That's it. Family abuse. That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Companions essentials, baby. I hope you do med supplies. Alright.
Eventually, at the end of the race.
I'll use the last like 9 minutes to mend what I can.
Yeah.
If there's anything left.
You're able
And,
to straighten out the rear axle between the two wheels, which does relieve a lot of the squeakiness.
Okay, that's cool.
And just a general wipe down and a little bit of clean. Yeah, some of it's rust, some of it's like horse shit. But you clean it off around the spokes and around where the wheels are attached to the axle. The actual carriage itself, you can't really do all too much with the missing boards on the bottom, but I mean it's
us to be in there.
It's enough for you guys to be in there. I'd say sitting on either side, you could probably get one closest to whoever is in the driver's seat, and then two others on either side, and both of you like with this like gap in the floor separating you.
Yeah, perfectly. Just before the end, before the 10 minutes would be up, I'm going to see through the window where we saw the little kid. Is the kid still there?
Well, you saw the kid behind a couple bales of hay, just off to the side.
Wherever he
but
might be.
Come on, he's not under the patio yet.
But you do see him behind the bales. He's still kind of like hiding over.
Yeah, I'm gonna let me just confirm what it's called.
Disintegrate.
I'm going to mind link with him.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Why trying? Why?
Into the...
Yeah, fucked. Yeah. So I'm gonna mind meld him and say mind link with him.
Yeah.
And yeah. Sorry, I forgot I was Vulcan. No. I'm going to mind link with him and say, do you ever want to escape this bit and get a proper job? Go find Sierra.
Oh. Okay. I didn't think about that.
He might treat you a bit nicer.
Where's he?
And I'll kind of be like away from the door, so my back's facing the door of that building, and points to where Sierra's would be, in that general direction. And say, he's gonna be he's changing his name to fuck's sake, brain's just gone into
Companions Essentials.
Companions Essentials. You go find there. It's Sierra Sundries right now, but it's going to be changing soon.
Thank you, pretty lady.
Okay. And then I'll get ready to sell the horses to actually fuck off and go.
And are we all fucking off, or?
Well,
yeah. Load in the garage.
Yeah. You notice as you're loading the carriage, and all of you are kind of just about to get all settled. Tara, you notice with the ponies, they look fairly healthy. They're youngish but full of energy, which is a lot more than could be said for the horses behind them. They are slightly muscular, yet a little on the frail side, a little bit on the malnourished side. Still usable, but not looking too hot.
Okay, okay, cool. We rest even better. I'm going to use a spell of Goodberry to appear. So I'm going to get 10 berries. I'm going to nicely force feed each 2 horse and the 2 ponies a berry, so they feel
they just lap it up.
For that day. And then I'll give him a stroke, and then we'll set off.
Roll an animal handling check for me while you're doing that.
Also, if I'm...
As we're setting up... Oh, go on. No, after you.
Fine.
We're also polite.
Who's going first?
You.
Okay.
Go.
As we're going, if and when and as we go, I want to an illusion, the sign of the new sign that we're going to be using for. How have I got Great's name or
Companions Essentials?
Companions Essentials.
Take care.
That's the one that told me.
Sort of like a minor illusion hologram, kind of like.
Yeah.
And then I want a minor illusion again because it's a cantrip, and it changes into a middle finger, just like.
Okay.
I'll just let you know.
Yeah, I could do that. Rayloff.
Say, if I remember right, did Duke give me a sack of the seed that the feed that he made for the horses? Or did he just give me enough?
I remember he gave you enough for your horses.
Yeah, I can't remember if he gave me just enough or if he gave me a sack to feed them for a while.
That does sound pretty much right. Yeah, I'd say
did
you
give
still
a
have.
sack of feed.
Yeah, because he had that much, and it was only for his mare that he did pour out a good bunch into another bag to give it to you for your horses.
Okay.
Yeah, you do still have it.
So, that was because I know we did travel a bit with. Actually, no, we wouldn't have moved with the horses, would we? Because we would have. Actually, no, it would have been like for one day. Feed would have been one day. So,
Yeah.
how much would you say was left in it?
For I'd say for one horse, about 12 days.
Okay. So there's about 4 days in it. That's fine.
Tara, what did you roll for animal handling again?
17.
17. The horses, the two older ones, look a little bit worried initially.
Okay.
But as you feed them and stroke the sides of the faces, they do very, very quickly become comfortable around you. The excitable ponies in front, they're just happy to get moving.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. Just before as we set off, I'll turn to the guys and say, we could just bunker down a bit later and do the rest of the fixes. Just stop you out in Brenton.
Yeah, we should probably get some more
Fair enough.
feed as well.
Just away from here. I want to
You
say this
joking?
as we're moving, can't
Yeah,
we?
as you are
Yeah,
moving, you see Theron looking behind, and you just see his hands flourishing slightly, and just close to the window, you just see that circular badge puff up, and just with like a slight flicker of Theron's fingers, you see it.
Well, but as it's doing it, I'll do it with my hand as
Yeah.
well, so it'll like mirror it. So it's like.
And it's just a nice arcane middle finger. As you all, where are you heading?
South.
South. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
The
just
best we can, anyway.
if there's anything you guys want to do while you begin to head out, or if there's any place you want to stop at, let me know.
Probably just a general store to get some more feed.
Easily,
about it,
yeah,
really.
easily to grab. I'd say it costs you about 3 copper for a big old bag of like generic feed for the horses.
Yes.
And I'd say if anyone wanted to top up on rations, I'd say 2 silver
Yeah,
to top
I'll
up some. I'd
top.
say 5 extra rations.
Yeah, I'll get some as well.
Could I grab a chunk of meat for Mogwai?
No problem.
I would like to point out I have 22 rations on me.
I will still grab 5 rations.
Yeah. I'll still get some.
Mogwai is a fat bastard.
All right. So you all stop by the general store on the way out, and you grab some rations, some feed for the ponies and the horses. Do you want to do the rest of your mending here, or would you prefer to just leave Brenton slightly at least and mend
At least
later?
slightly better, I
Okay.
would reckon, once we've got the feed and stuff.
Okay.
And if they sell wood, we'll buy more wood as well.
Yeah. 5 copper.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down with that.
5 copper for a small bundle of kindling that would be about 2 campfires worth.
Sounds enough to at least cover the fucking hole and the that's cool.
Possibly, although it'd definitely have to be like a fixer upper, like piece by piece, if you were doing it that way,
No worries.
because it's a lot of twigs and kindling.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to get at least wood planks if they have it. If not,
They don't have any wooden planks.
anything that's big enough so I can kind of like make a makeshift stop of it. It's not an open hole now. It's you just got pieces of bits and bobs that'll.
The best you could do is to buy some logs and begin cutting or chopping them to either find a board or just in half, and then you can put them on top.
Yeah, it's alright, we've got Raylo.
That is true. Speaking of Raylo, let's when we go out away from Brenton, I want to find a big enough tree that we could possibly chop down before we bail.
Right.
And I want Raylo to chop it down.
Oh, is there a tree on this property as we leave?
No.
We were already fucked up anyway, so I mean, unless we come back, chop it down, then come back down. Fucking minutes.
Alright, so you begin to make your way out of Brenton.
Yeah.
And just like the northern end, you notice the initial outskirts is the same as the Crawler's Respite, a very desolate, sand-covered landscape. The road underfoot turns from dirt to cobblestone, and you begin to slowly mosey your way out in this very underperforming carriage with the ponies and the horses, and you just slowly begin to make your way out of Brenton, heading south, and you notice the dunes of sand towards the southern end aren't nearly as vast and imposing as the northern. They are almost like deflated, and it's almost like what you'd imagine rolling grasslands, just sand. You don't see much foliage. You only begin to see some greenery way off in the distance down this sloping end of the island, essentially, and you begin to see some little bits of foliage and greenery at least 2 days away, 2.5 days away, and that is just before the shoreline.
Well, we'll start heading at least towards that if it means that we're going to meet there before we get to the docks. Being careful about the sand suddenly stopping, winds stopping to blow, all the notes that we got told by.
Sure.
All
right. So, in that vein, who is Terry? You're up front.
I will
driving.
be driving.
Okay. Do you want to keep an eye out for any changes in the sand or the breeze?
I will be, yes.
Okay, roll a survival check for me, please. Or perception,
I
your choice.
certainly will. Survival will be 15 plus 7. That is a 22.
Nice. You notice a steady breeze, just gently whistling by. Still a little bit humid and warm.
Yeah. So.
But you catch every now and then as it just... You almost feel like a slight... Almost slight little breaks in that breeze.
Okay.
Not super common and often that it's like, what's this?
Yeah.
But as you keep your ears out and keep your senses pretty much as awake and attentive as possible, you do begin to sense or feel this weird gap in the breeze.
Okay. I will note it more if it starts to increase in breaks.
Okay.
So if the break is extended for longer than when it is happening.
Yeah.
If it's longer than, I would like to know.
Okay. Is there anything the three of you want to be doing in the back?
Theron will have a notepad and an ink and quill, just like he's just making notes about how he's doing basically how to build a gun.
Okay.
and a little book.
Okay.
Just so.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
I'll pull out the magnifying glass and the powder, and send it to the back to see if anyone wants to use it while
Gerald will
I'm
take that. He
occupied.
was going to actually ask for it.
I'm going to need to do it later.
Okay.
Can I attune to the shield of projectiles, or do
Absolutely.
I need to?
Well, you,
okay.
you need to
need to
identify
identify.
first, and then
Then,
you can
yeah.
attune. Yeah.
Then I would, after Gerald, then I would identify both shields, and then I'll just spend a bit to attune to the shield then, the
Okay.
projectile one.
Okay.
10 plus 7.
Level 7, so 17.
You got it.
You begin to make slight notes, and you do catch yourself a couple of times, kind of just going off on a slight tangent, almost over-explaining it before you catch yourself, and kind of, I guess, reduce the intricacy of what you write, so then it is a lot easier to follow. But you know that you know the finer details, and you do continue to write this sort of like how to. I'd say it's probably going to take you the better part of about 2 days to finish.
I will say that this is for sort of like not two layman's, but somebody who can actually do stuff.
Yeah. So a mechanical or the mechanical mind, but maybe not as
Right.
or as advanced as Eric or even yourself.
Yeah.
So it's going to take the next 2 or 3 days or so to finish it. Yeah. But you begin to note down, you begin to make sketches, and it's only a few hours in, it's looking pretty swanky. It's looking really nice.
You don't understand what I'm thinking about doing with this text.
Rayloff and Gerald.
Definitely going to identify the cloak whilst we're at it.
Okay. So
Let's see if this baby has anything to do with it.
and this is the black. Oh, sorry, it was the black silken cloak, not satin. Sorry, that was my mistake
Silk.
earlier. So it's silk.
Now it has something to do with webs, didn't it?
Yes.
Sierra said.
Yeah.
So it's on note as well. 27 uses of the powder is left.
Awesome. So you
You
sprinkle the powder across the glass, and it lights up, and you look down at the cloak, and it is the cloak of Arachnida. This black cloak of silk is embedded with tiny silver threads. Wearing the hooded cloak gives you spider-like qualities that allow you to go anywhere a spider can, such as up, down, or across the ceiling. You'll be resistant to poison and be able to pass through webs. You can also cast the web spell and create a web twice as big as usual when wearing the cloak of Arachnida. And I will put all this on D&D Beyond.
I have found it actually. It's
There you
there.
go. You're welcome.
Mhm.
So if it's not already there, I'll be putting it on at the break or at the end of the episode.
if there is time, can I also try tune to my? Need identify.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Send it to the back. You guys identify, and then when it's time for coming back round, someone will either take my shift.
Let's get a
Conveyor
system on
belt.
the go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just say, because it's people want to know what things do.
Gravity.
Time. Who wants what identifying, and we'll add them up, and Tara, make sure you note off the uses of powder.
If that's what I am doing,
Yeah.
right at the end.
So-
me ring and the cloak. for
Okay,
me.
so Rayloff shouted first, so the 2 shields.
Yeah.
You, again, following Gerald's lead, you grab some powder in the spyglass and you sprinkle it over. It lights up, and the glass just shifts into a green haze. But you look over and the knowledge fills your mind for both of these shields. The more Egyptian, like golden and gem encrusted shield is the Spell Guard shield. An excellent shield for anyone having to face down a mage or other spellcaster. The Spell Guard shield's magics neutralize offensive magic, granting you advantage on saving throws versus spells and other magical effects, as well as giving disadvantage to spell attacks made against you. all that, and it still increases your armor. The other one is Shield of Missile Attraction. The Shield of Missile Attraction is an excellent example of how a curse isn't always a curse. Sure, this shield is technically cursed, so that if anyone targets a creature other than you within 10 feet of you, the ranged attack is redirected to target you as well. But you also get a free, always-on resistance to ranged attacks. So while you are being targeted, you've also taken less damage. And it just goes to show one adventure's curse is another adventure's blessing. So that's the
Make
shield.
fate your own.
Make fate, yeah, time. Next.
Yeah, I would also
Make
attune
fate.
to that.
Which one do you want to attune to?
The missile attraction first.
Yep. Okay, so you spend I'd say over this time you do get some time to identify as well as to have like a short rest and just relax. So any items you want to attune to, I'll say you have the time to do it as long as you don't go over, I mean I know you won't, but as long as you don't go over like 3 items to attune to in this rest, then
So
yeah.
what my plan is then, I'll attune to missile attraction.
Yeah.
Then immediately swap to the other shield.
You'll swap to...
And then swap that attunement so basically I'll attune to missile attraction shield.
Sure.
And then I'll attune to the other shield and swap out the attunement for the missile attraction shield to the magic resistance shield.
Okay, so
So I get the curse.
Just know, while you're not attuned to the missile attraction...
I'm still cursed, yeah, I know.
No, I mean, you won't be cursed.
Is it?
It needs to be actively attuned to you. Whether
thought,
you've got it equipped or not. If you do it that way, when you get the other shield out, you need to spend a short rest to attune to it to be able to use it effectively. It'll still give you the AC boost.
That's
But,
fine.
yeah.
It was just going off the item description, that
Yeah.
was.
So you decide what you want to do with those, but you have all the knowledge for those both shields. Anyone else want anything?
Yeah, Theory choosing identify any next.
Okay.
I'll just wait until people have attuned. Then I know I can switch with someone, and then I'll identify and attune.
Okay.
Ring and cloak. I had.
Let's have a look. Okay, so the ring with the sort of like galaxy inside, right?
Yeah.
The one
Okay.
with time.
Time.
Shut up.
It is the Ring of Rift. Pretty much once per day, using this golden ring, holding the eye of a galaxy within, you are able to use the spell Time Stop once per day. And it only has one charge and it will return back at dawn, but every dawn you have to roll a d20, and on a 1 the ring breaks.
That's very good odds. But that is amazing.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Didn't time stop like a super late level?
It's a high level
is
ability.
crazy.
It's a very expensive item. Really
yeah, it's
fucking
very,
expensive.
It's a very good spell.
And the
Well, you can always retcon the decision if it's too powerful anyway.
no, I don't
No,
retcon
no.
things. No. And the cloak, the blue cloak.
Yeah. Less bothered about that, but
Yeah, it's a cloak of invisibility. When you pull up the hood of this
More
cloak
bothered.
over your head, you become invisible. The invisibility lasts until you pull the hood down, or up to 2 hours maximum. After the 2 hours, the cloak needs 12 hours to recharge for 1 hour of invisibility, or 24 hours total to recharge fully. Also, anything you are carrying or wearing becomes invisible as well.
anything I'm wearing but not carrying.
Everything you're wearing and carrying becomes invisible.
Yeah. So like your whole backpack and everything will become visible with it.
I was just making that distinction as before we go forward.
Sure.
Yeah.
I get the question now.
Yeah.
And right at the end, they'll be like, no, don't work.
Yeah. Like I'm sneaking about. It's like, Oh no. He saw that. And I'm like, no!
Cheers!
Yeah.
Now you just need sneaky boots and you're good. Can't hear you, can't see you.
Alright, Theron's really light.
Yeah, light-footed. Should have been light-foot, half it.
Should have been. It would have been much more adorable.
But still would have been a prick.
Exactly. Nothing but Theron.
Make fate your own.
Exactly.
Time.
Alright, what's next then?
All right,
Once you've
so
done your
Tara,
own stints.
Tara. Tara.
Yeah.
Can I try?
What?
Oh, I want to try. Let me
Hey.
try. Come on.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. He's gonna go. Cheryl would have been at the back force. So he's just gonna do like a quick hop over the gap, and
Yeah,
he's
you-
gonna nudge Tara off the raise. He's gonna go. It's like yes.
Okay, I'm just
I know,
gonna
he's also
watch him for a sec to think. Does he know how to drive the horses?
he's just going to immediately just grab the raise and is just gonna go like yeah.
Okay.
Animal handling check.
Yeah. So Gerald, roll an animal handling, and Tara, roll insight.
Inside. Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that comes out at a 23.
How about 21?
Okay.
Nice.
Tara,
Nice, nice.
Tara, you clearly see
That he's got this.
he's
This fucking knows.
straight away. You think,
He's done this before.
no. Straight away, you feel, he's an idiot. He's not going to. And as he cracks the rein, but just at a certain angle and just a certain timing between their hoofs hitting the cobblestone, it speeds them up slightly, but they all look comfortable. It's not like they're being smacked on the ass to hurl. And
Yeah.
you see
It's ineffective.
one of the ponies begins to like just get a little bit too like pushing ahead compared to the other,
Yeah.
and you see
Yeah.
Gerald just give a slight tug on the reins, and just very slight mouth movements and sounds, and he's a natural.
I'll leave this to you, buddy. And I'll look around
Okay,
him
so-
and I'll go in and be like, okay, where's that identifying? Come on, give it to me. Thank you.
Okay, so Tara, for this next little section, what would you like to get identified?
3 things.
Okay.
Okay, one is the dagger that House has apparently seen in the dark, or
Yep.
something based on seeing in the dark.
Okay.
The staff
Mm-hmm.
of the that has healing properties in it,
Okay.
and the third one is my wooden ring.
Okay. All right.
It's the one of importance I would like to know.
Okay. Well, first we'll do the dagger. So again, you sprinkle the powder across the spyglass, and it ignites and changes that transparent glass to a nice hazy green and verdant. As you look across, you find the dagger is a dagger of blind sight. This magical dagger has a sawtooth blade and a black pearl embedded in the pommel. Any creature that attunes to it gains blind sight of up to 30 feet.
Ooh.
Your staff, and for anyone's descriptions as well, I'll put these in the item section.
Just writing a quick.
Yeah. And if they're not already on D&D Beyond, they'll be up by the end of the episode.
Not a problem.
So the staff is a staff of healing. This staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it. Using your spell save DC and spellcasting ability modifier, you can cast with 1 charge. Okay, so I'll just read it as it's written. Cure Wounds, 1 charge per spell level up to 4th. Lesser Restoration is 2 charges, or Mass Cure Wounds is 5 charges. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn if you expend the last charge roll a d20, and on a 1, the staff vanishes in a flash of light, lost forever.
I will be looking at that. In
And
detail.
the ring,
The ring.
the ring.
My wooden ring.
yeah,
Yeah.
being a wooden ring, the ring is the ring of nature's wonder. The twisting vines of the ring begin to glow a slight pale hue for the wearer, as it allows the wearer to cast transport via plants once per long rest.
Rest. Okay. Gaining that knowledge, I'm going to then say, if we need to emergency go back to Brenton, we're good.
And why is that?
It's as long as Sierra's got the tree, the sapling that I gave him, close to him, we're good.
Some weird plant magic again.
And as all of you smile slightly and look down at this collection of items that you are now gifted with, with all the knowledge of what your new goodies do, continuing on, that wind and just as you feel all of the breeze stop, Tara and Theron, in the corner of your eye, you just see on either side of you the very shallow golden hills on either side of you. You just see some of the sand in like a large patch just gently shift.
Gerald?
And that is where we're going to take a quick break and come back to continue from there. So for everyone watching, we want to thank you for sticking around. It's a lot of fun so far. We are going to take a little time out to go to the bathroom, get some snackies, so go do the same. And we'll see what happens very shortly. Okay, and welcome back into the game. As we come back in, as the Companions of Fate have now just left Brenton and identified all of this horde of items that you grabbed from Sierra, as well as some that you found a while ago. You have now used the Duke's spyglass and powder to actually identify them, and just as you all breathe a sigh of relief and excitement in what is to come with these new items, you feel that breeze begin to stop and start again and falter. And just as it stopped, both Theon and Tara, you notice that the sands on either side of the small hills just shuffled slightly. And immediately in front of your horses, all of you begin to see the sand itself begin to rise up across the cobblestone road from one side to the other, and a rolling wall of sand just builds up and blocks the entire path ahead.
Daryl's definitely gonna be like, whoa, pull back.
And the ponies and the horses rear back slightly, and the carriage comes to a halt. I want everyone to roll initiative.
Boy. Hey.
Okay.
And I will allow you to place yourself on this map wherever you please. Let me just grab a cart, and it'll be a fairly basic one, but I'll see what we can find. Okay.
Hey, he's going that way. Okay.
Shall I tell you what would be better? A tail spy map?
Could be. So I will say I'll say just across actually let me just get a complete trash. Right. I know it's very crude and basic, but the green line is the solid wall of sand, and you notice the wall itself isn't just stationary. You see sand from underneath beginning to roll up to the top and back over, just continuously rolling, but staying solid. And as the all of the sand begins to churn in front of you, all of you begin to hear from either sides of you. You see the sand begin to shift, just and slowly build up in certain spots, and the sand almost piles up in cylinders. And as some of the bits of sand fall away, you just see these humanoid, faceless creatures, completely made out of sand, heads tilted. You almost see on them an outline of an old weathered cloak and a sword in one hand, all made of sand, just gently looking at you. So initiative order.
Yeah.
25 to 20.
21.
Alright. So, very well. Let me just get these ones. Trash and trash. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, 20 to 15.
15.
18.
18 no more. Hey, nice.
Okay, who's got the higher dex between Theron and Gerald?
Gerald.
I've got a dex of score of 1.
Oh.
Plus 1.
I think
So
mine's the same.
12 in
Rollies.
total.
Rollies.
Go on,
No,
Rollies.
Okay, go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Just see who gets higher, and then whoever gets higher goes first.
14.
Same number.
Yeah.
Same number.
13.
Oh! Okay, so
Close.
Gerald,
Almost the same.
Theron... Tara, you rolled a
15.
15, okay.
I thought I'd roll pretty well, but fuck it all.
Okay, so, top of the round, Rayloff. As all you hear in the background as the horses rear up, and you feel their hooves where they were clopping before on cobblestone. You notice now the ground underneath you begins to just be covered with a thin layer of sand, and you hear that crunch below your feet. And as all of these creatures begin to just emerge and be created, Rayloff, with the large wall, I think, if I'm not wrong, the wall itself is, yeah, it's 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 10 feet thick.
Okay.
What's the wall, sorry?
30 foot across,
30 foot across.
10 feet
Yeah.
tall, and 10 feet thick. So, Rayloff, top of the round, what would you like to do?
Okay. So I will.
And you've got Gerald on
Yeah.
deck.
Okay. We're outside of the carts, aren't we? Or are we still inside the cart? at
I'd
this
say you're
point?
still inside right now, as it's all just been almost sprung on you.
Okay. I'll take a step out the cart. Does that use much movement then?
I'd say 5 feet.
That's fine. Then. I've got plenty. So actually, yeah, that works. So I'm gonna move there. And I'll pull out my halberd. I'd like to rage.
Okay.
Go into rage. And then I will make. Actually, that'd be a good idea. Actually, bit my rage. There we go. And I'll make an attack with my halberd to both of the sand.
Yep.
monsters.
Awesome. As you see Rayloff just grit his teeth and grunt, you see all of the armor get covered in ice shards, and the shoulders just bellowing with these icicles hanging off. And as Rayloff, as you exhale, even in the humid air, you see that small mist of his ice cold breath leave his body. Yeah, roll 2 attacks then.
Wait. I'll say the first one goes in this top guy, so I'll just sort of do a swing through both of them.
Awesome.
Okay, 25 and 24.
Both hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, so the first attack to the top one is 12 slashing,
Okay.
and to the bottom one, 15 slashing damage.
Alright, you notice both as you slice through, both of them unmoving, just you slash through and the sand and the figure just falls to nothing on the ground.
Okay. I'll take a step back towards the cart and where people are coming out of it, just sort of a defensive stance.
Okay. All right. Gerald, you're up. What would you like to do with Theron on deck?
I mean, just seeing that, Gel's gonna cast Dispel Magic towards the wall that has come in front of us
Okay.
to see if that does anything.
Let us have a look. Okay. Can you roll a d20 for me and add your spellcasting ability mod for me?
Yeah. That is 7 in total. No, 8 in total.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. It's all good.
You go to dispel magic, and you see the wall as the sand is rolling from underneath and rolling over the top, almost like a wave stopped in its motion.
Yeah.
Rolling constantly. You see the magic hit, and part of the wall almost solidifies into stone for a moment before it just breaks down to sand again and continues rolling.
Listen. Looks like I can't destroy the wall. Keep them away from the horses. And it's good. With that, I'll use Bardic Inspiration to maybe inspire Theron to hopefully keep the horses safe.
Okay. Alright, Theron, you are up.
You have a D8 Theron, essentially, for that.
Theron, you're up, and then Tara, you're up, and then after.
I don't really got any decent spells. Where's the nearest one to me? Is there anyone there?
They're all around.
And we can actively see these, all these that
Yeah,
we can see now.
yeah, you can see all of them.
Yeah, you need to put yourself on the map over it.
Question, can we see this one
I have to do that.
No.
and this one? Okay, cool.
I'll say
So
I'll
it's just the three of the one
I'll very crudely freehand a little bit more.
of the wave.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Do you like
No
my
worries.
basic wall?
That was amazing.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
I could call it a
What
wall.
did you get? Oh, yeah, amazing.
So Theron, what are you doing? You're up. As you see Rayloff, and he swings his halberd, and two of them instantly fall to nothing.
I'll just. I'll just mind slither one of them.
Okay. All right. So roll for the attack.
Uh, 16 plus 7.
That definitely hits. So roll for damage. What's the save?
15.
No. What ability? Wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 3.
Yeah. 1d6 damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw. And it's a 1 for 1.
Okay.
Damage.
Which one are you hitting?
Whichever's the closest one. Or whichever's one's closest, yeah. So.
All right. You
And. Oh, go on.
you push your hand forward, and all of the evil thoughts in your mind just collect into this arcane shot, and you see as the bolt strikes its head clean, you see the figure just disappear into a lump of sand below.
And with my bonus action, I'd like to just shout out, "Hey, we're just passing by. Give us a break." That's it.
All right, Tara, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to be super awesome. I'm going to grab the top of the carriage and kind of like do a flick onto the roof of the carriage.
It is completely open roofed, so it's just one
Then
like pickup
I'm
bed
going to
kind
be
of
like,
pouch. But you leap on top.
yeah, and boom! The
Okay.
closest one that I am close to, which is currently here.
Okay, roll for an
I'm
attack.
going to make a thorn whip attack for him. 16 plus 7, 23.
That does hit. Roll for damage.
And nice edges in this. 2d6. This one's a 1 for Ash. 5, so that's 6 damage.
Alright.
And 10 foot pulled closer to us.
You whip, and as it wraps around, you see
Yeah.
the head
Nice.
just slowly look up, and as you yank it back, the thorn just comes out free, and you see its body disappear or slump down to nothing but sand.
Jesus.
Do you want to move anywhere, or is that your turn?
That's my turn. I can do Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. That's it. Thank you.
All of you, as your hearts are just beating and you're looking around the battlefield, just seeing lumps of sand, you hear a slight as the figures, lumps of sand, begin to reform again in the places that they had been slain. And you see the sand build up into that cylinder, and as the sand drops again, you see that humanoid faceless form. And all of them move in towards you. I'd say, Gerald, as you are more on the front of the cart, you look to the wall, the large 30-foot long, 10 feet high and 10 feet thick wall, staring at you, the one you tried to dispel. And whereas it looks like it would meet no resistance, or it would meet complete resistance trying to pass it, you see a figure just walk through, with some of the sand almost collecting itself onto this creature. And you see another one just walk through, completely unfazed by the wall, as the sand begins to latch onto them. So, two are going to make attacks on Theron, and one is going to make an attack on you, Gerald, because that's all they can reach for now.
Can I make this clear, dear? Like, are these creatures made out of sand?
Yes.
Or... Oh, but they can also just walk through the sand.
Seems so.
They are sand. And
That's fine. No, I'm just making...
did the ones that were actually killed during that first bit, do they make any different sign of compared to the ones that we didn't hit?
As they reform and they just look at you and start moving forward, not moving their legs, just gliding in the sand.
Yeah.
Almost like a very imposing chess piece.
Nice.
They look completely identical to the other faceless humanoid sandgeists.
Mm-hmm.
So the one attack with the sword against you, Gerald. You see the blade as it's almost like, it does look like crumpled wet sand or crumpled sand in the shape of a sword, but as you see the wrist just twist and some speckles of sand just fall off, you notice that the sword itself almost like compresses itself in this moment on one side to make a very sharp blade, and it's going to lash towards you. That is a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. That will do 9 points of slashing damage.
2 points of slashing damage.
As the blade, and as the blade hits you, you feel the cut, but then you look at the creature and the blade is just broken off.
One time use.
Theron,
Made that sound.
the two guys next to you, still just cocked heads looking towards you, slash towards you as well. The first attack is a 11 to hit.
DC's 11.
So it just barely hits.
AC.
Yeah. And the second
Which
one...
ones are the ones that hit
13.
that hit Gerald? Sorry. Are they the two that are close to
This
me?
is the one that hit Gerald, because that one's closest to Gerald.
On the first one, I show reaction. As a reaction, use shield.
Awesome, yeah. So that first one doesn't hit. As you notice, like, it's unnatural speed to just stay still and then slash across you. You curl up, and the magic shield encircles you, and you just see this like wave of sand across the shield around you. And the second one, just as the spell dissipates, you and the 13 did hit. You said.
Question. I thought shield is up for a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Hold on.
might be wrong. I just.
Yeah, no,
I
just-
think it might be. I
think so. If it is,
It's
then
not,
you block both.
If
It's
you use
it
it, lasts
once.
until the end.
Lasts until the end of your turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Until the start of your next turn. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Sick.
Nice. Good call on that.
And you take no damage from magic missile.
There you go.
I see.
So
I did not know
the
that.
first initial hit, as you curl up, it just wave of sand across as it drifts down, and you look to the other one, and it just slashes to you, and again just a spray of sand across this magical shield dome around you. Good call on that, Tara. That was awesome. The rest can't do anything, but
Oh, wow.
the
Your camera's died horribly.
who's
Yours,
Yours.
On our side.
really bad.
Yeah.
like
you can't,
I
it's
think it
all-
looks
it's
like
pure
it's
gold right
pixelized
now.
on.
Okay, hold on.
Your gold
I'll
pixel.
yeah, we'll just take a second from the stream then, real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Okay, so you notice just as all of the guys finish their slashes, and a moment goes by, you see this wall as it's rolling but stationary. As you see the straightness of it, it slowly begins to just move forward, and you notice the edges slowly begin to curve. So I will say for
A new temporary wall.
this thing, I'll say right now, you notice that the wall itself begins to shift its shape and move slightly closer towards you.
Here we go.
Like it's bending in half.
Almost. So, top of the round, Rayloff, you are up. What would you like to do?
If I wanted to, well, okay, I'll tell you my idea. Basically, my idea is to use Sierra's breath to possibly try and blow out a hole in the wall of sand.
Okay.
Or if that wouldn't, well, I'll say that if that wouldn't work, or just, yeah, I'll just do it. I'll try it on the wall.
Okay. So, excuse me. You take out the small jar and you unleash it, and you press your feet into the sand below as you, and you feel the gust of wind shoot straight for the wall, and you notice against the wall it just slightly dents inwards as the rolling sand continues to roll and slightly move forward and curve. Seemingly not much effect.
That's fine then. I will use my bonus action then to throw out my. I can't use it on the wall. Never mind. I will use my bonus action to throw out my the scimitar, dancing scimitar. Sorry, and I will. I'll just draw a circle here. Get it to go over here, and I will get it to attack this one.
Yep, go ahead.
Actually, no, sorry, this one.
Sure, roll for
This
attack.
one closest. Scimitar. And that's not a good roll.
What was that, 10?
Yeah.
As the sword just, as you launch it out, and it goes for a slash, you notice it is just a little bit too high from your perspective of looking down, that it just barely nicks off like a scrape of the top of the head of this guy, but doesn't affect it whatsoever. Close though.
That's fine. I've a tank, so I can still I keep rage up anyway, regardless.
Awesome.
So that's all I wanted it for.
Awesome. Good shit. Do you want to move anywhere?
No.
Okay, Gerald, you were up.
Actually,
With,
oh, sorry. No, actually, yeah, I will. I'll move to there. Sure,
okay,
why not?
cool. No problem.
Towards the collapses.
Gerald, you were up with Theron on deck. What would you like to do, Gerald?
Gerald's going to grab the reins and is going to try and get the horses. Can I make the horses dash? Because I'm currently doing the thing.
With your natural 20 of animal handling earlier,
Mm.
I'll say yes.
Right. How much movement do these have overall? Like, is it 30 natural?
40.
40 natural. So, I'm going to go sort of doing a curve, so following that sort of edges. I'm going to try and whip them to go up, across, and then, 20 to get around this wall, essentially.
Okay.
And then, if the gas is in front of it, I'm going to urge them forward to run over the whatever that sand creature is.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So you begin to move forward with the cart, and the ponies and the horses begin to curve off with your direction.
Yeah. So that gets to 25 up to here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try and move past and carry on another. Well, just keep running essentially a little bit, but not
Okay.
too far, so that because I know Raylos are off the cart.
As you move forward, you do notice that 4 of them do just kind of slowly turn their heads to the cart and to you as you're beginning to pass by. And 4 of them are going to use their attacks of opportunity. And so I'll say I'm not sure. So if so that first one, then second, and then third and fourth, right?
I'll use my reaction with Sentinel to hit the one.
Okay.
Pretty good.
All right. So we'll do all the way to the last one, and then rail off. You get your sentinel. Okay. You notice as the first one, as the sword just sharpens itself and it goes to slash, you see for a moment as the face is looking towards you, Gerald. You see part of its face almost like crumble and snap, pushing the outline of its current sand face away, and another face jutting out from its side. Some of the sand falls off of the original outline to form so its face is looking in front of you, to the horses and the ponies. And you see the sword instantly just change direction and slash towards one of the ponies. That's a 12 to hit. I assume.
My little pony.
I don't want to just assume, but I imagine that 5e horses and ponies.
And they have an AC of 10, it says here.
Let's see.
for a pony.
Okay. And then riding
Yeah,
a horse.
AC is
Okay, they're all 10. Okay. All right.
11 HP as well.
All right.
It's bog standard one.
Okay. So let's have a look. So the first one that strikes the first pony to your right, that's 12 points of slashing damage on the first as the pony gets the slash, and the sand just cuts across its torso and up towards one of its front legs, and you just see a as it drops down into the sand. You, with the dash function right now and the power, you notice that the horse behind it is not stopping, nor is the other pony or the other horse, and the rein kind of catches but begins to tear off as the rest of your horses are beginning to just trample this pony.
Yep.
The next one slashes across towards the horse that was just behind that pony. Natural 20.
You know, we're gonna have no horses by the end of this.
Horse has 13 HP, if that helps.
Well, you're lucky that
Riding horse.
they only roll a 2, so that's 5 points of slashing damage to your
Yeah, the
right
other one's
horse.
off 1.
To your right horse, as you notice part of its belly just gets slit open, and you just immediately see blood just rain out of its frail ribs, and you see that begin to falter and continue slowly but enthusiastically to get out. The two on the left, the pony up front, or sorry, the horse at the back, is going to get a slash from one. That is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
That is a 7 points of slashing damage to that horse as it gets slashed across, and you see part of its front leg with a slash mark all the way from its front leg below its shoulders all the way along its side. You just see the blood dripping out, and you see part of the hide is just torn and open.
Oh my.
The pony is going to, well, is also trying to get away. So you've got the right pony now is already off the reins and you're trampling over. The right horse just up. The left horse not looking all too bad. Kind of. And then
now
this
we're on
pony.
rail off sentinel attack.
Yeah. Well, read Sentinel and then let me know if you're actually going to attack.
Well, it's within when a creature within 5 feet of you
Hits an ally.
makes an attack.
Is it makes an attack or makes it attacking on an ally?
It makes an attack against a target other than you.
Very well. That's awesome.
I don't know what it does.
So that was a 9 to hit on the pony.
It misses
Which-
the on.
As the as the heroic pony looks to its allies, one's gone and has to soldier on forward. Just as it begins to charge and curve, you see it duck underneath the sword of sand from this Geist, and the carriage hits the Geist on the shoulder, and you see the entire arm just get knocked completely off into sand below. Make that sentinel attack if you want, Relef.
17.
17 does hit. Roll for damage for me.
12 slashing damage.
You see that one
Also,
instantly crumple to sand.
assuming it's the same one that comes back up, it can't move because it's moving to 0 for this turn.
Okay. Alright, for this turn or round?
Well, round, so it'll be until my next round. It'll be
Your next turn.
yeah, because
Okay.
I move first in this round. Don't I?
Awesome, no problem. Okay. So, Gerald,
Yeah. We of course.
right now with how injured your horses and pony is, or are, you get that standard speed away, but you don't have enough juice from them right now to get that dash.
Yeah, can I use? I will then also, because of the hit, so good to use mass healing words as the bonus action to then heal the ponies and horse. Well, yeah, the pony and horse that are hurt.
Okay.
So, of course, it's 6 charges, so I can do 3 on each.
And
so, assuming that I may take.
Where are you moving to? Up here? You're trying to?
Yeah, so that would
Okay.
be
Around.
25, and then an extra 15, so it would get to
Okay.
here if I can get around.
Yeah.
That's from the normal 40.
I'm just wondering who's staying on the cart. It'll be Gerald.
Right now, yeah, I'm on the course, so
Okay.
which I
We're
will
just
move.
ditching rail off here at this rate.
Oh, sorry about that. I moved you.
I have a
Yeah,
fly now.
We get to about here.
You
Is
get to
that
where?
40?
Sorry. Okay.
There.
Yep.
Everyone get back on.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome turn. What's the
I
healing
could
for?
roll for the thing, but they get a it gets my spell attack bonus on each, so I will actually heal 18 just from the bonuses to each of them.
All three of them. You see their wounds instantly close up and seal, and only the faint traces of blood that's still rolling down. They are topped up and completely fine now.
Well, Rayloff, now's not the time to stand around. Ready to go. And then, yeah, that was all I could do for my turn now.
All right. Theron, are you on the cart or were you on the ground with them?
I'm still.
Still on the cart. Okay. You. All right. So Gerald, that's you done. Theron, you are up. You feel the carriage as it snaps, and you see one pony is just cast to the walls behind you, and you begin to curve around this large wall of sand, rolling sand. You look behind you, and you see Rayloff is standing there with about to turn around to this horde of geists, while a magic scimitar floats just next to him. What would you like to do?
Well, I can't see any of them anymore because we've gone round the wall, have we not?
That's a fair point, and it is 10 feet high. So yeah, so you don't see anything except the back end of this rolling wall of sand.
Well, I was going to cast slow, but now that I can't see him, I have nothing I can do.
Prepare.
What's the point? I was thinking if I could just detect thoughts, but it's a creature that you have to see. Okay. I'm just going to do a good old.
Okay.
I'm going to do a good old fog cloud. With us at the centre. 20-foot radius.
Okay. Does anyone want to get that circle on?
Yeah, I could do it. That's roughly.
Is that good for you, Theron? For your 20-foot radius? We'll say that's about right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not
So you
precise.
cast out, and out of your hands is that thick, bellowing black and purple smoke just fills the entirety of this space around all of you.
There is a reason why I'm doing this though, because then it tests out if something has transcends and sees through the sand, or whether these are being controlled by something else, which they probably are. So, but again, I'll just shout out the back as a bonus action. I'll just be like, I swear to God, we're not here to hurt you. We're not here to take your shit. Fuck off and leave us alone.
Roll a persuasion or intimidation check. Your choice.
If
You have
we,
got that D8 as well, don't forget.
Oh, 19. Sick. Okay.
Use the
Nice.
D8.
+1.
Okay.
And I'll use the
No,
D8.
that's fine.
And I'll use the D8 as well.
Okay. Roll it.
Oh, yeah. I've got that bit.
I'll use a
I
D8.
don't use a D8.
And
We'll have to
D8.
roll it.
Shit.
Which one's a D8?
Damn.
The one with 8
The one with
sides.
8 sides.
I don't actually have one with 8 sides.
Looks like
It looks like a diamond.
Little diamond. Little diamond in the froth.
We call it
that-
Neil.
Well, it goes up to 9. No, I don't have one. I don't know where it's gone.
Oh, George.
Just. Oh no, I was going to say roll d4 and do it twice, but that means you can only the minimum you can get is a 2. So that's.
Oh, okay, I'll just
Use D&D Beyond because they've got all the dice.
Yeah, I don't even know where you get the dice from.
Could be on the
Bottom
left
left.
side of it.
Oh yeah. This isn't screw me.
Saves you the trouble.
Oh, 6.
D&D Beyond
Okay.
tells everything.
6.
It was
Oh,
26 in
sorry.
total.
Sounds
Awesome. Okay.
cool.
All right. You shout that out to the vast sand-covered wasteland around you. As all you hear in the background is that of the rolling sand. Tara, you're up. What would you like to
Okay.
do?
I'm going to.
Oh, you made it sound
Say-
like it was going to happen.
You left him? Clap. Jump out the back. Into a warhorse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dash. With 120 foot. Take the same route back. Put my horse neck, underneath his legs. Flick him onto my back. Turn around, fuck off. Should give me. Was it 60 foot to get to there, or was it 80 foot to get there?
40 we used.
Yeah.
To get there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
able
yeah,
to
okay.
pick him up, turn back round, and get 40 foot in front of them. So I'm going to be able to.
Assuming
now,
you can pick me up.
Well, assuming that I'm a warhorse that has. And if anyone's in my way, I get trampling charge.
Okay.
Well, then I would have done the 20 foot. If it makes them go prone, as a bonus action, I get to hit them again with my
Okay.
moves.
All right.
So
So,
stick
Tara,
as I can.
you clap and you leap out the back and turn, and as you do, Tara's form just breaks and just very fluidly forms into that of a horse, plated with armor, and fire in its eyes as it lands down on the sand, and she begins to coast around the wall of sand and head straight to Rayloff. So I'll say, as you pass and charge into one of the guys, as it just turns to you,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
nail it straight on, and the sand
Okay.
just around your horse face and your muzzle,
Sick.
and it drops to
Lovely.
nothing.
Yeah, so and my neck's gonna go underneath his legs. To, even if he's sitting on my neck, it's gonna push him back. Hopefully, through speed. Once he's on my
Alright.
back, I'm gonna turn around and fuck off back.
All right, I will say, just roll a general strength check for me with the horse
I
sense.
will. And I've got it stuck here. 17 plus 4. That is a 21
Yeah.
from the horse.
Very easily done.
Whoa.
As you dip your rail off, as you're there and you're waiting to fight, you hear a come behind you, and before you get a glance of what's behind, you feel a muzzle pick up under your nuts and leap you and buck you slightly as you kind of slightly roll onto your back, and as you sit back up, you're on this steed, this armored horse, and it quickly just begins to charge off and around the wall of sand again, meeting up with your allies.
How far are you going?
Technically, I've got because of my dash, I'm able to surpass them by 40 feet. Because it would be 40 feet to get to you, 40 foot to get back to them, and then I still have 40 foot worth of movement. But I will
Right.
go 20 foot ahead and turn around
Okay, so
to see the sand wall.
yeah,
And
so
to see if anyone.
you pass this large bellowing cloud of fog,
Yeah.
and you kind of stop in front of it, just a few feet ahead,
If you want to move you to me.
and you look back. Is that your turn?
That will be the end of my turn, yeah, as
Okay.
my horse.
Awesome fucking turn.
I'll stay as the horse though. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. None of you were able to see that for Tara and Gerald. Theron and Gerald, as you were in this cloud. Tara,
Yeah.
you see behind you the wall drops.
Yep.
And disappears.
It's just someone.
Theron,
Yeah. One more rolling.
nothing.
You don't have enough time.
Time. As you're waiting and you're just listening to all the sounds around you, that rolling sound fades out entirely. You gently hear a slight breath of the wind just whistle past you.
And as
Before-
it's going, oh, go on.
Before the fog around you and just disappears, leaving you open and clear visioned all around you. And just after that ends, I think everyone except for Terra, who is just staring towards these guys that now they're not moving, they're not chasing you. You just see them, like some of them facing away, and like chess pieces, they just rotate
In the
and
whole
shift.
body.
You hear that whistle of wind. And as it builds up, you see just from your right side, Theron, you see out of the sand this large, colossal, like just mounds of sand begin to bellow up, and forming out of it is a large, giant hand made out of sand as it goes to grab at you.
I literally just hold my hands up and go, that's fine. We're not here to fight you. We are simply going south. And I just let him grab me, if that's his intention.
Don't giggle, it's the best one I could get. Alright, so Theron,
Okay.
it's going to go for an attack on you, and as it does, the hand is also, just by grabbing you, is partly grabbing the cart as well. So it's going to make... I'll make one attack for you and one attack for the cart. Let's just see if it's high enough that we'd
No
assume.
one's even listening to me. Right, that's it. I've had enough.
Well, do you want to be picked up? That's fine, but it still needs to be an attack roll.
Yeah. Fine, yeah.
Alright, so that's a 18 to hit for you, Theron,
Yeah, past that one,
and
yeah.
a 16 to hit for the cart, which, group decision, is it armoured enough to get 16 or higher?
I think so.
Probably.
I mended it for ages.
I think that cart's not got an AC above 10.
No.
The horses are tankier.
Yeah.
So
It
I'll
depends on the
say,
mending skill.
I'll say, you see this hand just launch out of the sand, like as if connected to an arm in this small hill, and as it grabs, you notice the cart itself begin to break slightly. Theron, you take...
While within.
If it's 58, I'm dead.
Who's in the cart? It'd be Gerald as well, or...
Yeah.
Dell's riding it, so he's on the outside.
So,
technically.
Gerald, I'll give you a dexterity save to see if you can leap
Okay.
out.
That is 16.
Okay, 16, good enough. As you tumble out, and you see the hand just begin to start crushing the cart and pick it up. The the 2 horses and the 1 pony slightly begin to lift before the reins actually just knock off of the cart as it holds it up about 12 feet in the air and begins to crush slowly.
Yeah, go on, how much damage?
Precisely 56 damage. Oh my god.
That
Yeah,
is...
no, I'd still be alive technically. 58.
That is...
It does 112 damage.
Shut up and try and do maths.
Precisely killing you.
That is 24 damage. 24 points
okay.
of crushing damage.
That looked like you were half making it up, but you're the DM.
That was the half getting interrupted and trying to add on modifiers.
Oh, rubbish. Easy.
He's the
Oh,
DM,
man,
he
yeah.
makes it all up. So the hand just and begins to slowly crush the cart. And Theron, you are trapped between the hand and the cart, being crushed.
Yeah.
And you feel your torso
Yeah.
just slowly being crushed.
Can I still just
The-
be like, hey, we don't have to do this way?
Yeah.
Please. I'm not even begging you, I'm just asking you. We're moving south. Nothing more.
The Geists are all going to move up as well, as they just, like the demented chess piece, just go forward. And one of them is going to make an attack each on Rayloff and Terra. So Terra first, as the Geist just glides up to you. And again, the facelessness has never been more off-putting when you can just see like almost vague features, but pushed back almost to make sure that these entities are completely faceless. Almost like glimpses of memories and people forgotten, forced to be shrouded in this sand before it slashes towards you. That is an 11 to hit.
Let me just confirm to see if I keep my AC or do I have theirs. Game stage blue place west. You retain your alignment, personality, influence, charisma, modifier skills. You retain all the skill through.
I think you keep your intelligence and everything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You don't,
Yeah,
but you swap the AC and health for whatever you turn
It's
into.
it does hit me, and
Okay.
my AC for the warhorse is 11.
Okay, just barely. Alright, that is 5 points of slashing damage to you. As the sand sword breaks off, but not before catching just in the gap in your armor to sink in and slash across. The one on you, Rayloff.
Are any of these the ones that I had hit, or are these just either new ones or?
They're similar ones. The last one you hit was this one.
Okay, so we can't move then.
No.
Because it's sentinel attack. That's fine.
It's a non-natural 20 to hit for you, Rayloff.
Yeah, but it'll be half damage. Also,
Luckily
this is a
it
weird
was.
question.
Yes.
If it's a magic spell that's creating something and that makes an attack, can I technically use
The scimitar doesn't have attacks of opportunity.
No, the other shield.
Oh no, the misspell book.
It has to be a spell.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if these are crafted from magic and they make an attack, does that count as an attack from a spell?
But
No.
it depends.
It's a
It was a far reach.
yeah. No, I like the thought though, but it's a like
Yeah.
as the spell is cast, that's the time to change. But yeah, with this, no, it has to be a direct spell cast towards you.
I couldn't do it anyway because I don't have reaction, but yeah.
But I like the thought. That's really clever actually.
Because the sand itself is physical, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just the spout.
Yeah, it's
Whatever
yeah.
it is that's controlling it.
So luckily, half damage. I did roll max damage on the die, but half
What was
that.
the damage? Sorry.
Well, the damage in total is 6. Sorry, what was 8? 4 plus 2, 6. So 3 points of slashing damage in total.
Yeah.
As the blade does catch you and just nip off, just at your collarbone and shoulder, just at your clavicle, and and you see the blade is broken off, and it just looks towards you, almost motionless. One Geist is going to make an attack towards you, Gerald, just as the cart is lifted, and it just glides underneath it, and it's going to slash up. 7.
Nope, that'll miss.
As it just goes too high, almost like not used to like doing these elegant looking maneuvers to get lower, as it just slashes up, completely missing you by a mile. That is going to be everyone's turns. So, Rayloff, top of the round, what would you like to do with Gerald on deck?
I'm guessing if I wanted to move, I would have to get off of Terra.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you could benefit from being on me and having my speed.
Oh, I meant more because I can't do
Glorious
it.
speed.
I can't move to and then do something. You know what? Bonus action. I'll move. Oh, actually, can I even reach? 30. I can just about. I'll move my scimitar. 30 feet. If I can even grab it. There we go. And I'll flash it at the hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it. Well, I say to try and get it to let go of the cart, but I feel like that's not going to do much. to
Okay.
it.
Roll an attack for me.
Or
With the
Theron,
scimitar.
bring it out there.
Yeah, let's attack Theron.
17.
17 does hit. Roll for
Do it.
damage.
And it is a magic item, so.
How much did you hit? How much did you hit? Sorry.
17.
17. Juicy, well played.
That is 10 slashing damage.
10 slashing. As you embed your halberd, or is it the scimitar just
Scimitar,
glances
yeah.
down, and you notice it does impact and cut into the large hand just between the webbing of one of his fingers, and you see some of the sand on the webbing just crumble down.
Nice.
So it definitely did some damage.
Yeah. Sorry, I just heard a really loud thunder right outside.
That's okay. I don't like thunder either. Actually, I love it. I love thunderstorms. That's a lie.
Oh, that was just the sound of
I
a
like
horn.
that.
Okay, do you want to do anything else? You're still astride Horse Terror.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Nay. That was my best attempt.
Would you say it's big enough for me to be able to hit the hand with my halberd from where I am? If I was up top of,
It's
because I am on top of Terror.
the hand is big enough, and it isn't like just there, because obviously it's grabbing over the cart here. So I'll say yes, you are able to get a stab or a strike over.
Okay, I'm going to make more attacks with the halberd then.
Go ahead. And then Gerald, you're on deck.
Okay.
I will also. Do I go? Yeah, I'll go with reckless attacks at it.
Okay, go for it.
That is 27 and I think. Yeah, 27 and 15.
Okay, the first hits, the second one doesn't.
Okay. Not best rolls. 9 slashing damage with
9
the hand.
damage.
Not the hand axe, sorry. That's with the halberd. It's like 9 slashing damage.
Okay, as you slash across twice, the second one missing, but the first one catching, and you do take a chunk of the outside pinky knuckle as it's grabbing over, and it just crumble to the ground, leaving it it leaves it broken and doesn't reform. Gerald.
Yeah. With the cart, it is Is it in the air?
It's 12 feet in the air right now, being held by this hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm glad you
along
said
with me,
12
thank you.
foot. That is a beautiful. I mean, anything over 5 foot was a beautiful measurement, really, for me. Because we are going to move to this side of the hand, run around to this side of the hand. In fact, yeah, we'll stay within attack range as such.
The Geist, when you move away, is going to try and attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
It's 9 to hit.
That misses.
Boom.
And sorry, as we go round, we're going to go. Just going to go. I am not going to walk in this desert, and he's going to pull out Alistar and activate lightning bolt. So everything on this line here. So these 3, not the others.
Right.
Yeah, the top 3 are going to get hit. The bottom 2 will not get hit.
Okay.
And
Also
they technically all. Yeah. Yeah, and the hand, obviously. So that is a DC 17. What was it? Dexterity. Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
First one is an 18.
Saves.
Second one is a 2.
Why you? I don't have to do it.
And
You-
is that
Check,
failed?
do it.
You automatically fail.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the. If you're in the air,
the
still you
second one
don't get hit.
is 19. Oh, is it?
He's in the air. He would be out. He wouldn't be in the way.
No, I'm in the hand.
Yeah, but you're not in the
problem is-
way. You're up in the air.
The only problem is electricity doesn't even like go through sand that well, does it?
No,
You-
it doesn't.
You'll
but-
find out.
Well, it's still.
So two of those Geists succeed. One
Yep.
fails, and Dex save for the hand.
Yeah,
14.
and that fails. So in total,
How many charges?
we
has he
have
used?
just the 1 charge. So that is 10, 19, 23, 26. Hold on, and the next 2 die. 29, 34 points of lightning damage. across
Awesome.
there.
You notice that the Geist behind the hand just instantly it just disappears into nothing.
Of course, it's
Would
17
the-
for the 2 that succeeded.
Yeah. So both
Would the lightning destroy the sand?
as all 3 Geists just explode into nothing. You notice the hand as the lightning just almost like through the wrist area, just straight through the large colossal wrist. That the wrist itself almost goes 8 feet around.
Oh,
Okay.
And you notice that as it goes through, it does damage, and the hand kind of jutters slightly. But you notice it doesn't do as much damage as you thought it would.
Any damage done to me?
No.
Question: does the movement of the hand release some grip towards from Theron and the?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage. I'm only saying that because you are a horse and you are in the midst of battle. It's a quick glance up.
14 first roll and 9 as my second. Perception as a Huis. Perception is wisdom. Wisdom is +1. 10.
10. The only thing you can see right now is the hand, even after the lightning, is it just still gripping the cart and Theron, sandwiched between it.
No problem. I'll
And
take that.
then,
Jones.
as my bonus action, I use Tumbling Fool, and he's going to sort of try backflip off and go another 10. We'll go 15 foot away.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, completely fine as you and you tumble and somersault backwards. Really
So
stylish.
if we're on a
really cool.
dune, we'll roll, flick, go down the dune
Yeah,
like
and you
pop,
kind
pop,
of
pop.
slide a little bit. Awesome. Okay. Theron, you're up with Terra on deck.
If I'm going to talk, right?
Mhm. Oh, Theron, I will just let you know now, you are incapacitated and restrained right now, as you are sandwiched between the hand and the cart.
That mean
You can't move.
You can't move, and you
Can I
can't.
talk?
You can talk. You can't take any actions or reactions.
kind of talk as my
Yeah,
action
yeah.
instead?
You can. I'll happily let you freely talk as long as
It's okay.
short and concise.
I was going to talk anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Knowing
just-
Theron.
So as you
Just-
feel the sand against your chest, just pressing against.
Just because clearly every time we take these down, they're just going to reform in the sand. So this isn't really going to go anywhere fast, or at least Theron thinks. So Theron's just like, I know you can hear us, whoever controls this sand, or whether you're a collective. I don't know. I'm not judgmental. My name's Theron. Nice to meet you. Bit of lightning going through right there. My name's Theron. We're from Companions Essentials. You may have heard of us. Actually, not yet, but you will. We should really get along. You seem pretty handy. Maybe we could get along.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage for me. It's only disadvantage
hand.
because the multiple attacks.
No, I'll roll it again, see where I would go. 18 plus 1 would have been 19. Got 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay. Tara,
Mhm.
just as you look up and you're about to act,
Yeah.
you hear like the slight muffle of Theron speaking or begging or trying to converse. And in the moment, Theron, as you are trying to find some kind of peace, in this complete wall of sand in front of you, of these fingers and this entire large hand is crushing you between the cart. In the center of the middle, the palm, just below the middle finger, you see the sand begin to shift, and you almost see, like, stretching out from fabric, a face just forms in the hand itself, and all you hear is this face, humanoid in nature, sharper jawline, a wide nose, and small ears just poke out. As the face just shifts back into the hand, and Terry, you see as the hand begins to raise up and begin hurling downwards as you're about to act,
Yeah.
with the cart and Theron gripped tightly, heading straight towards the ground below. And that is where we're going to end the episode for tonight, and come back again next week to pick it up from there. I know you hate me. It's fine. I love you, Theron.
To be fair, even if you didn't give me disadvantage, the first one would have been the 6 anyway. So.
Yeah. It's just unlucky that, Gerald wants to annihilate the hand as you're trying to make peace with it.
Yeah. If you
Well-
had managed to roll higher for me, you would have had a chance.
But
yeah.
we'll see where that goes. For
I've had a few good rolls to be fair. I knew it was
You have.
coming, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, swings and roundabouts. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But that was fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. So, to everyone watching, thank you very much for sticking around. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to call it there for now, but we will be picking it up next week, same time, same place. So, with all that said and done, thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun. We'll see you next time.